Welcome to our video on service tax on dealers, discounts and incentives. This is the latest litigation which service tax authorities have started, and various automotive dealers, distributors of FMCG and consumer durable companies are facing this issue. In this video, we'll be telling you about background of the issue, department's view, our take, and suggested way forward. Starting with the background, uh, the companies like car companies, etc., they offer various type of discount, like outright discount. So if the company has sold car to a dealer, it will offer a discount on the invoice itself. There are sell-in discounts for sale of car to dealer. If the dealer makes targeted quantity of purchase, the company gives sell-in discounts through credit notes. These discounts may be turnover discount, volume discount, etc. And then there are sell-out discounts where the company has sold car to the dealer in turn has sold car to the customer. If the dealer makes targeted quantity of sale to the customers, then the company will pass on the discount. The distinction between sell-in and sell-out discount is sell-in relates to sale by company to dealer, whereas sell-out discount relate to sale by dealer to end customers. Coming to department's view, as per the department, service tax is payable on discounts and incentives which company is offering to the dealer. As per the department, discounts and incentives is a post-sale transaction which is distinct from original sale. It's an activity for consideration, therefore it qualifies as a service. Dealer is undertaking marketing and promotion for the company. And lastly, the department is invoking declared service clause, obligation to do an act. Coming to our take, we need to firstly characterize a transaction from an accounting and TDS treatment perspective. Ind AS 18 deals with the revenue recognition. As per that, trade discounts or volume rebates, they are netted off from revenue. Ind AS 2 dealing with inventories, trade discounts and rebates, they are deducted from cost of purchase. So the accounting standards clearly indicate that these discounts and incentives are towards sale and purchase transaction only. Coming to income tax side, on commission, TDS is deductible under section 194H, but because this discount and incentives relate to sale purchase only, no TDS is deducted. Coming to service tax law, the definition of service is very wide to include any activity carried out by a person for another. But very importantly, there's an exclusion for the activity which constitutes transfer of title in goods by way of sale. Prior to GST, the concept of service and goods was distinct. Therefore, both service and goods were mutually exclusive, and the definition of service categorically excluded sale of goods. Similarly, under negative list, trading of goods was excluded. In our case, these discounts and incentives relate to sale transaction only. Therefore, in our view, these stand excluded from the definition of service as well as fall under negative list entry. Under VAT also there is sufficient jurisprudence that trade discounts are deductible from sale price of goods. The courts have consistently held that these incentives, discounts, etc., these cannot be treated as a service charge as long as they are passed in the course of regular trade under contract and agreement, and they can be established from the accounts. Coming to our take, clearly service tax is not payable on discounts and incentives. Service tax and VAT were mutually exclusive. Both company and dealer act on a principal to principal basis as a seller and buyer. Company gives discount to promote its own sale, not for promotion of goods. There is no marketing or promotion service which dealer is providing to the company, nor These discounts are towards rendition of service. Importantly, we argued number of matters before Commissioner Appeals Tribunal, etc. So the latest status is that there are 2 favorable orders of Commissioner Appeals for dealers in Gujarat and Haryana. But yes, sharing of sales promotion expenses like joint publicity campaigns, etc., they stand on a different footing and attract service tax. So suggested way forward, issue is significant because the demands raised are significant. If these demands are confirmed, it will not be available as credit to the company. It will become a cost for the dealers. Therefore, while fighting these cases, a factual analysis is needed to identify nature of discounts and incentives, to correlate them with sale and purchase of goods. Dealers need to align their position with the company. It's important to put correct facts at first stage itself, because additional evidences are not permissible at subsequent stages. And lastly, the issue is of paramount importance because same issue will sustain in GST regime as well. With this, we come to the end of today's video. Thank you for watching.